Okay. Shalom, shalom. Live with Israelite School, Universal Practical Knowledge, and with the Day of Atonement. We'll get into it. All right. The Day of Atonement, the Lord's high holy day. All right. We read it from Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. Our high holy days, the Most High commanded us to keep. All right. Just let me know if y'all can hear me. To technical difficulty is. Let me know if y'all can hear me there. We'll get into it. All right. Let's see. Okay, Most High in Christ. Y'all able to hear me? We'll get into it there. Okay. All right. So let's see. Okay. That was just a moment. Getting up on the Facebook. The water got y'all. Getting up on the Facebook. All right. Okay. See if y'all can still see me here. All right. Look at Tawab. Y'all type in a one. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Tawab on Facebook as well. All right. All right. We're going to go up here. Let's see. You know if y'all can hear me. All right. We'll go ahead and get started. Reading from Leviticus 21st chapter there. Okay. There we go. All right. Over here. Okay, Most High Christ. I can hear me to wild and see me there. All right. Medium. Means to stand. There we go. We'll point Yahweh down. Let's turn and face the east. We'll do the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew and in the English. All right. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Quadash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malak Wavka, Thaba'ah, Ratazayaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashemayim, Nathan Lanawa, Lacham, Kal, Yawam, Wasalak Nawa, Kabawaf Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kabawaf Nawa, Wala'ah, Thabiyah Nawa, Bonasai 1, Abal, Hawashai Nawa, Mayan, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Wahatapara, La'awalamya, Aman. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Psalms 121. Asha Ayanya Al Hahorium Ma'ayan Yaba'a Izoria Ma'ain Yahweh Aisha Shemayim Wa'arataza Al Yathan Lamawat Regal Ka Al Yanawam Shem Al Yanawam Wala'a Yayashan Shawamar Yasha'ala Yahweh Shamar Ka Yahweh Tazal Ka Al Yad Yamyan Ka Yawamam Hashemash La'ah Yakayaka, Wayarach, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamorka, Makal Rai, Yashamor, Tazaatka, Wabawaaka, Ma'aita, Wa'aid, I will love. And in the English, I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. Behold, he that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. So be it. Power. Yahweh. Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Babu Kushar. Nathan Lanawa. Haka. Haka. Laura Pa'ah. Kal Makala, Wakal Matawa, Haka, La Tahor, Hamatazarayim, Haka, La Hakwiyam, Hamathiam, Haka, Al Rakal Wath, Hatama Allah, Lagarishun, by Hashem Yahushua, the water Aman. And in the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it. Let us check. Okay, Most High in Christ. All right. Psalms 83. Salakia. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Let's see if I can make this. Salakia, bear with me just a moment. Okay, there we go. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, al damayalaka, al thakarash, wa al tashakwat, al kayahana, awayabyaka, yahama yawan, wa mashanayaka, nashaawa, ra'ash, al imaka, yaira yamwa, sawad, wayathaya tazawa, al tazapa wanyaka, amarwa, lakawa, wanakakidam, magoya, wala'a, yasakar, sham yasha'ala, Iwad, Kaya, Nawa Aitazawa, Lab, Yakadwa, Auyaka, Baryath, Yakarathwa, Ahoya, Adawam, Wayashima'oyam, Mawaaba, Wahagoryam, Gabal, Wa'aimawan, Wa'aimalak, Palashath, Aim Yeshabia, Tazawar, Gum Ashawar, Nalawa, Aimum, Hayawa, Zorawai, Labunyalawat, Aisha, like Salah, Aishalaham, Kamadian, Kasaya Saraa, Kayabyan, Banakol, Kwayashwan, Nashimadwa, Ba'ayanda Ara, Hayawa, Daman, La Adama, Shayathamwa, Nadayabmawa, Ka'irab, Wakazaaba, Wakazabak, Wakatazal Manai, Kau, Nasaya Kamwa, Ashar, Amarwa, Nayarisha, Lanawa, Ath, Naawath, Alahayam, Alahaya, Shayathamwa, Kagalgala, Kakwash, Lapanya Raka, Ka'ash, Tabaira Yaira, Wakalahaba, Thalahat, Haryam, Kantharadapma, Basairika, Wabasawapathka, Tabahalam, Mala'a, Panyaham, Kwalawan, Wayabakwashwa, Shamka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Wayabaalwa, Aid Ya'id, Wayakaparwa, Wayabadwa, Wayadaiwa, Kaya, Atha, Shamka, Yahawa, Labadka, Al Yawan, Al Kal Ha'aratazah. Amen. And in the English, keep not thy silence, O Yahweh, and hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Asher also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kishon, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb and like Zeeb, yea, all their princes as Zabah and as Almunah, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempests, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. So be it. Curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, listen to us now, right now. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen that speak against us, thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the school. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen and shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel that refuse to give to the school. Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the Edomites and to the nations, their drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Posse Comitazi, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space programs, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street, open up the internet and the airwaves, the cable access channels and the radio channels. Convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way and try to stop us from broadcasting your word throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues, cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plagues shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let Yahweh, Michael, and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers and punish all the heathen that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all that it is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media and throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake it. In the name of Yahweh, thank you, and so be it. All right. Saw, which means to turn. Yeshabim, which means to be seated. All right. We're going to go ahead and get started. We're live here with the Day of Atonement. All right. Bring it back down here. The Day of Atonement. All right. It's a commandment from the Most High to celebrate all Israelites, all Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. All right. All right. Are commanded to fast by the Most High. No children, any sick or elderly, people that need to take medications and things, any sisters pregnant or breastfeeding are exempt. You understand from fasting, but every able body, brothers, teenagers, you understand, adults should be fasting. The Lord's high holy day. We're going to be reading from Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. These are our high holy days. These are the days that the Most High told us to celebrate. The Christian church teaches us Christmas and Thanksgiving and Mother's Day and Father's Day and Valentine's Day and everything except for what the Most High commanded us to do. All right. So we won't get in Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, the commandments that the Lord has. These are our holy days. That's where our oppressor gets holiday from. You understand? Of course, everything that he has, he steals from another culture. That term holiday comes from holy days. You understand? That's our customs, the high holy days that the Most High has given us. No food, no drink, no water, no food or drink. You understand? All brothers and sisters, you should have already eaten. You should have already drank, your water, whatever you're going to drink to begin your fast. This fast goes from sundown now until sundown tomorrow. So this time tomorrow, that fast, you will break that fast. All right. So we're going to get that. All right. In Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. All right. That will be just a moment. Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. Just waiting here to get this up. Bear with us just a moment. All right. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Okay, I see y'all on Facebook. Let me know if y'all can hear me. All right. If y'all can still see or hear me, y'all give me ones. All right. Let me see. Broadcast. Let me know if y'all can still hear. Just wait. Okay, throughout I got y'all on YouTube. Let me know if y'all can still see or hear me here. All right. Okay. All right, y'all let me know here. Okay, y'all still good? Or any of y'all on YouTube or y'all on Facebook, let me know. Y'all can still see me here as well. Okay, I think it may have paused. Okay. All right, let me know if y'all can still see and hear me here on on the Facebook, we're going to go ahead and get started. Y'all just type in. All right. Let's see. Give it just a moment. Make sure that y'all can hear me. I'll go ahead and get started there. All right. Right, nobody responding. Okay, we'll go ahead and get started there. Y'all type in. Okay, I see y'all here. I'm trying to see nobody's responding on Facebook. Is there anyone on Facebook and y'all see and hear me there? Just let me know. It's up there. So we can go ahead and get started. Okay. Okay, you can hit to wild. Okay, Most High in Christ. Y'all get the water. All right. Okay, hit to wild. Okay, we're gonna do that. Okay. All right, Most High in Christ. Most High in Christ. All right, the water. All right. Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 1. All right, as a matter of fact. Okay. I see. Most. Okay. Waya Debar, Yahweh, Al Mashar, La Amar. Verse 2. All right. Debar, Al Banya, Yasha Allah, Waya Amarath, Alham, Mawa'idya, Yahweh, Ashar, Thaquara'awa, Atham, Maquara'aya, Quadash, Al, Hum, Mawa'idya. All right. Verse 3. I can just wait. Shishath, Yamayam, Tha'aisha, Mala'aka, Waba Yawam, Hashabaya Aya, Shabath 1, Makwara'a, Quadash, Kal, Mala'aka, La'a, Tha'aishawa, Shabath, Hawa'a, La Yahawa, Bakal, Mawa'a, Mawashabath Yakam. Right? Verse 4. Okay, he's waiting for it. Verse 4. Alha, Mawa'idya, Yahweh, Makwara'aya, Quadash, Ashar, Thaquara'awa, Atham, Bamawa'idam. Verse 5. Bakadash, Hara'ashwan, Ba'arabaiha, Aishar, Lachadash, Bayan, Ha'arabayam, Pashak, so like it, Pasak, La Yahweh. It's the Passover. We're gonna read it in the English, then we're gonna read it in the Hebrew, then we're gonna read it in the English. Make sure I'm still in here. Okay, Most High Christ, verse 6. Wabachamasha, Aishar, Yawam, Lachadash, Hazaha, so like it, Hazaha, Chag, Hamatazawath, La Yahweh, Shaba'ith, Yamayam, Matazawath, Tha'akalwa. Right. Verse 7. Okay, verse 7. Bayawam, Bayawam, Hara'ashwan, Makwara'a, Quadash, Yahaya, Lakam, bread, Cow, Mala'akath, Ibada, La'ah, Tha'aishawa. All right. So that's in the that's the first 7 verses in the English. Now we're gonna read it in the Hebrew. These are the Lord's high holy days that He commanded us to keep. You understand? In Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, these are our high holy days, our customs. You understand? Our oppressor in Christianity and Islam has given us a ton of other customs and cultures for us to celebrate with Christmas and Mother's Day and Father's Day and Valentine's Day and all of these other things that the Lord did not command us to keep, the Lord did not command us to follow. These are the things that the Lord actually told us to do, that we reading and learning about in this Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. This is our culture. All right. Now let's get it into English. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel. This was not written to all people. This was only written to the children of Israel. So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, all of us are supposed to be fasting. You understand, at this time, it is our custom of our nation, our heritage, our race. You understand, our bloodline. All right. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of rest and holy convocation. Every 7 days is the Sabbath day. Of course, the Sabbath day is not Sunday. Any calendar that you look at, the first day of the week will always be a Sunday. You understand? That's the day the Lord rested from his creation. The Sabbath day is Saturday, the daytime. Sunday is the first day of the week. The Sabbath is and has always been Friday sundown until Saturday sundown. All right. And holy convocation, ye shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of the Most High in all your dwellings, meaning everywhere you live, Puerto Rico and Mexico, UK, Brazil, everywhere that our people are, Detroit, North, South, East, West Coast, Canada, everywhere we are, Haiti, Dominican Republic, Spain, you understand, all blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, in all of our dwellings. You understand, for you Christians and fake Israelites to say we're not in Jerusalem, so we can't keep it. It says we're supposed to keep it in all of our dwellings. You understand? These are the feasts of the Most High, even holy convocations, which you shall proclaim in their seasons. Like every season, there's a season for these high holy days. These are the instructions the Lord has given. In the 14th day of the first month at even is the Lord's Passover. The 14th day of the first month, our year begins at the Passover. The first month is in the springtime. Our oppressors created their own calendar because they didn't know how long the year was. You understand? They are base men, the children of fools. That's who we follow in this oppressor whose religions, who rules over us because we don't obey the Most High as a people, and we keep his customs instead of these laws, statutes, and commandments and God's high holy days he told us to keep. They did not know. The white man did not know how long the year was. The Caucasians, the Europeans, whatever you want to call them, the so-called white man, known as the children of Edom or Mount Seir or Adumia in the Bible, or Esau in the Bible. You understand? They did not know that each season had 3 months. It's 4 seasons per year. That's why if you look on any calendar, the prefix novi in the prefix sept, you understand? Sept means 7. Novi means 9. Octo means 8 for October. Deci means 10 for December. But December is the 12th month. November is the 11th month. September is the 9th month. October is the 10th month. You understand? Why? They had to add 2 more months for Julius and Augustus, 2 Caesars. They made months for Julius and Augustus, which today are July and August, because they did not know that the year had 3 months to each season. That's why their year begins in the dead of winter like a dummy in December, when the last season just started on their calendar, December the 22nd. They making a brand new year in the dead of winter to worship their god Chronos, or Father Time. You understand? You see those 2 heads facing forwards and backwards, and that baby new year, and that custom of at midnight they call it a new year. The year begins in the spring. New plants, new birds, new flowers, all the animals that have been hibernating for the winter, they come alive because it's a new year. That's why they come alive in the spring. That's why the word spring is called spring. Our year begins in the spring with the Passover. And it's not uncommon. Every nation of people has their own new year. They have a Chinese new year. The Ethiopians, they have their own new year. The Kenyans, the various Africans have their own new years. Every culture of people has their own new years. You understand? Why? Because God made every people to be separate with their separate gods, customs, cultures, and their own separate holidays. These are the ones for our nation of people. All right. So Leviticus 23:5, in the 14th day of the first month at even is the Lord's Passover. You understand? Leviticus 23:6 says, and on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread unto the Lord, unto the Most High. 7 days ye must eat unleavened bread. Why do we eat unleavened bread? The Passover is for us to celebrate the Lord killing the Egyptians to free us from captivity. That's how you get free. Unlike what they teach us in the Christian church, you cannot sing your way to freedom. The United States military went for Operation Iraqi Freedom. They didn't sing at the Taliban. Damn right. Y'all signing for attendance on Facebook. All right. Y'all come on in. It's going to be all right. I know it's hard and everything. Y'all come on in the truth, man. Y'all come to class. All right. Y'all brothers and sisters. Y'all by Shem Yahushua Brakathum. To the sisters, y'all with Shamar Alathan by Shem Yahushua. Don't struggle in here. Come on in. Come on in. Don't sweat it. All right. But that's how you get free from your oppressors. The Lord kills them. You do not get free from your captives by a hug and a song and a dance. That's how we got free. The Lord gave Moses instructions and he sent curses on Egypt. Curses is how you get free. You cannot hug and vote your way to the white man loving you and get free. The Lord is going to have to send the death angel to stop from us getting killed at traffic stops, to stop them from putting Hispanic babies in dog cages and murdering and flooding dope and drugs. Brothers in prison on false charges, they letting go, been in prison for 20 and 30 years. Shalom, sis, we got you for attendance. All right, North Carolina, you understand? 20 and 30 years. The only way our sons and daughters and mothers get from serving life in prison for some dumb mistake they made as a 14-year-old, that the white man will let his own children go free for committing these same things, is to teach our people to turn back and serve the Lord and pray that Christ come and put our oppressors to death and in chains. That is how we get free. Otherwise, your son will be in prison for the next 50 years. You understand? Mothers and fathers and daughters will spend 8 lifetimes in prison and never get the opportunity to change their life around and serve the God of their fathers. That's what we do and stand for in the I.S.U.P.K, and how we do this by keeping the Lord's commandments, like obeying his high holy days. All right. So it says on the Feast of Unleavened Bread, we're celebrating the Feast of Unleavened Bread at that time to remember after the Lord sent the last plague, which was the death angel, and killed the firstborn of all the Egyptians, we had to hurry up and leave. The Passover, we ate the slaughtered lamb and the bitter herbs and unleavened bread, so we would have things to eat, not having time to let the yeast, how you would normally break the bread, rise. You understand? It is Israelite custom to make unleavened bread. Hispanic brothers and sisters, damn near all the meals have unleavened bread. They're called tortillas, corn tortillas, flat bread. That's Israelite custom. You understand? That's our customs. We ate it on the run. The Lord killed them. We had to be evicted, deported from Egypt. Once the sun rose in the wilderness, we ate unleavened bread. This is for us to remember our heritage, to teach to your sons and daughters, so that you're not teaching them how to be a murderer to celebrate Columbus Day and Thanksgiving and Christmas, shooting people so they can buy Christmas presents and robbing old ladies in the parking lot for toys. You understand? This is what our people need to learn. So Leviticus 23:7, and the first day you shall have an holy convocation, you shall do no servile work therein. We were not supposed to be doing any work. Servile work meaning your slavery or a job, something that you do for money. We are not supposed to have to work for money on our high holy days. But because we follow Christians and Muslims and people who compromise and don't obey the Most High, many of our people are at our slaveries right now. Your slavery is what they call in this society a job. It's a slavery because you aren't even free to worship your God and be off like the Bible commands, because we are in captivity under another nation, another race of people. Just so that you know, you are not supposed to have to work to feed, house, and clothe your family for another race of people. You're not supposed to have to go to the white man or an Arab or Chinese or African or East Indian for your food, water, clothing, housing, shelter, or education. That is a curse. That's why the Lord is sending Christ to wipe out these other nations so that we can finally get free, all right, and have our own kingdom. So we're going to read through these pretty quick, all right. Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 8 in the Hebrew, all right. Wahakwarabtham, Ashah, La Yahweh, Shaba'if, Yamayam, Bayawam, Hashabayaya, Makwara'a, Kwadash, Kal, Mala'aka, Ibada, La'a, Tha'ishawa. All right. Okay. Verse 9. It's like waiting for it to get up. Verse 9. Why you debar Yahweh al Mashar la Amor. All right. Verse 10. Debar al Banya Yasha'ala wa Amarath Alahayim Slakia Alham Kaya Thaba'awa Al Ha'arataza Ashar Anya Nakha Slakia Nathan Lakam Wakwatazartham Ath Kwatazayara Wahaba'atham Ath Aimor Ra'ashyath Kwatazayarkam Al Hakahan the priest, all right. Verse 11. All right. Wahanayap Ath Ha'imor Lapanya Yahweh Laratazankum Laratazankum Mama Charath Hashabath Yanayapwa Hakahan. Right. What's that? Verse 11. Verse 11. Verse 12. Wa'aishatham Bayawam Hanayapkam Ath Ha'imor Kabash Thamayam Bun Shanafwa La La Yahweh. Verse 13. We at 7:45. Verse 13. Womanach Nakath. Womanakathwa Shanya Aisharanyam Salath Balawala Bashan Bamashan Asha La Yahweh Rayach Nayachach Wanasaka Yayan Rabayaif Hahayan. Right. Verse 14. Pause. All right. Walacham Wakwalya Wakaramal La'a Ta'akalwa Aid Aitazam Hayawam Haza Aid Mabaya Akam Ath Kwaraban Kwaraban Alahayakam Khakwaf Iwalam Ladarathiakam Bakal Mashabathiakam. All right, that's verse 14. And we're gonna go ahead and read in the English. Young man in black. All right. Shalom, just be sure to include your city and state when you sign in for attendance. So we know, put your name, city, and state for attendance. All right, so we know where you are. All right, for that attendance. Leviticus 23 and 8. But ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Most High 7 days. And the seventh day is a holy convocation. You shall do no servile work therein. The Most High spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When ye come into the land which I give you, and shall reap the harvest thereof, ye shall bring a sheaf of the first fruits of your harvest unto the priests. You understand? And he shall wave the sheaf before the Most High, to be accepted for you on the morrow after the Sabbath. The priest shall wave it. This was our custom. You bring your first fruits to the Most High. Why did you bring your first harvest of crops to the Most High? Because it's offered unto the Lord. This is to teach you to not be a greedy, selfish Christian. Your best, your first crop went to the Lord. And who got it when it went to the Lord? It went to the priests. That's how your brother ate. You fed your brothers. The priests in the temple, the Levites, ate the offerings you gave to the Most High. It's to teach us to not be greedy, selfish bastards, worried about personal salvation. Your duty and service to the Lord is making sure your brother is straight, making sure that your brother is taken care of, making sure that you don't have sex with his daughter and throw her away, that you don't molest his children, that you don't sell drugs to him. You understand? That you don't wait and hold a grudge against him and murder him in 10 years because of something that he said to you back in elementary school, which happens a ton of times in our community. You understand? Your service to the Most High is, wives, obey your husbands. Like, serving the Lord is directly tied to how you treat your brothers and sisters, not how you love America and salute the flag and love the white man. Loving another Black, Hispanic, or Native American, this is what the laws are based on. All right? So it says here, all right, in verse Leviticus 23:12, and you shall offer that day when you wave the sheaf and he lamb without blemish of the first year for a burnt offering. Eating lamb, when you offer the offering of lamb and goats and turtle doves, which is a chicken, or which is a pigeon, which is the Lord's favorite bird, a pigeon, you understand? Or it's a dove. The white man call it a pigeon, but it's in the dove family. You understand? That's the Lord's favorite bird. All right. The priest ate the offering. All that the lamb and oxen that you offering, the priest ate it. All of this nonsense about God creating you to be a vegetarian and you're not supposed to eat meat. All of the offering that was made in the temple, we ate. You understand? Just tell you that Christians don't understand the Bible, which is why nobody is authorized to teach the Bible outside of the I.S.U.P.K. All right? According to God. Unto the Lord, verse 23, and the meat offering thereof shall be 2/10 deals of fine flour mingled with oil. What is flour? You mix the flour with oil, made by an offering by fire unto the Lord for a sweet savor. What is that sweet savor that the Lord loves? You understand? That sweet savor is the oil and the flour and burning meat. That's what the temple smelled like. Frankincense and myrrh and lamb and oxen and turtle doves, meat getting cooked and grilled and seasoned and oiled and salted. That is the flavor that the Lord loves. That's the sweet savor unto the Lord. All this, the Lord Jah said that we only supposed to eat the herb of the ground. That's not biblical. The Lord made meat to eat. The Lord made cows and lamb to eat, turkey and chicken to eat, fish to eat. That's why he gave us laws on what meat is lawful and what meat is unlawful. The vegetables and things have their place. There's nothing wrong with that if you are a vegetarian, but the Bible does not say we are not supposed to eat meat. That is a demon that you got from religion, you understand, and this silly Rastafarian and nonsense with all the weed and the dreadlocks, all right, which is not Israelite custom either, okay? So it says, it's giving you the measure, and the drink offering thereof shall be wine. Another thing, it is not a sin to drink wine. It is Israelite custom to drink wine. It is Israelite custom to drink liquor, to drink strong drink, hard drinks. It is not a sin to drink wine, to drink liquor, to drink beer. We made our own. That is our custom. You understand? Christ's first miracle, he turned water into wine. When they saw Christ, he had a drink in his hand. What is a sin is if you have a problem drinking and you get drunk and black out and start fighting and get turned into a demon.
and you're stuttering and pissing on yourself and mumbling and stumbling and blacking out places, then you should stop drinking. You should not drink. If you know that every time you drink or take a bottle of Hennessy or a sip of wine that you need to go and get a bump of cocaine, then you should never drink. You should not drink. All things are lawful, but not all things are expedient. There are things that are lawful for us to do that is not good for every brother and sister to do. That does not make it a sin unless in the situation you take something lawful and now you are out of control of yourself. To that man or woman, she should not drink. If you know every time you drink, you want to find whatever man around you and go have sex with all of them, sister, you should not drink at all. You understand? You should not drink. If you want to strip and start to get naked everywhere, every time you take a drink, to you, it's a sin to drink. You should not drink. You understand? That's why we have rank and order and shepherds who will watch for your soul and counseling from the Lord so that you can come and get help. So a man of God can tell you, sister, you should not drink. Brother, you should not drink. For you, you cannot drink, brother. You ruin your life by drinking. You should never take a drink. Don't ever drink again. We're not going to drink around this brother. Don't do that. The goal of serving the Lord is to help strengthen your brothers and sisters, not to just be a greedy, selfish monster that only cares about your personal well-being. That's not us here in the UPK. You understand? That wasn't Christ, the disciples, or the prophets. All right? So it says, and the meat offering thereof shall be 2/10 deals of fine flour mingled with oil, an offering made by fire unto the Lord for a sweet savor, and the drink offering thereof shall be wine, the fourth part of an hin. Verse 14, and ye shall eat neither bread nor parched corn. Parched means cooked or burnt corn or bread, nor the green ears. The green ears, you understand, lots of crop got green ears, until the selfsame day that ye have brought an offering unto your power. Why did the Lord say you shall not eat any? Make sure that you bring your offering to the Lord, because your brothers are depending on your brotherhood, on you loving God by keeping the commandment. And by keeping God's commandments, you bring your best crops to offer to the Lord that feeds your brothers, the priest in the temple. They eat your lamb and your sheep and your oxen and the corn that you offer to the Lord and the drink offering that you offer to the Lord. Your brothers eat them. You understand? That's how our nation is supposed to function. None of this personal salvation, get rich and move out the neighborhood and go have 1,000 acres so I can just sit and be rich while my people starve to death in the ghetto. That is not biblical. You understand? It's Christian, it's American, it's Democratic and Republican, but it is not biblical. All right? It says, and ye shall, all right, the day that brought before an offering unto your power, it shall be a statute forever throughout your generations in all of your dwellings. Meaning this is not in one place. This is everywhere we live on planet Earth. We are supposed to do this always. All right? So let's see. Let me see if there's a quicker way to do this. So like it, bear with me just a moment. Interlinear cross-reference commentaries, dictionaries. Let me see if I can get all. Bear with me just a moment. Select this. Interlinear reverse. Let me see if I can get this. So bear with me just a moment. Select it. Let me see. Okay, that's better. If y'all got any questions, go ahead and type them in. Real briefly, if I got opportunity, I'll be able to get to them. That's okay. Interlinear. So like, let me see if we can speed this up. Bear with me just a moment.
No, it's not what I'm looking for. Should be a way to do that. Salaki, bear with me just a moment. Salaki Akim Akwavin, bear with me just a moment. Let me see if we can enter. I don't need that show. All right. All right. Don't sweat it. All right. Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 15. Wasapartham, Lacham, Mama Chorath, Hashabath, Mayawam, Habayakam, Salakia, Habayakam, Ath, Imor, Hathana Wapa, Shabai, Salakia, Shabathwath, Thamayamath, Thahayana, verse 16. Right. Verse 16 in the Hebrew, Mama Charath, Hashabath ya, Hashabaya'if, the Saparwa, Hamashyam, Yawam, Wahakwarab them, Manakha, Kadesha, La Yahweh. Verse 17. It's like it. Mama Washabath Yakam, Thabaayawa, Thabayawa, Lacham, Thanawapa, Shathyam, Shanya, Aisharanyam, Salath, Thahayana, Chamataza, the Apayana, Bakawaryam, La Yahweh. Verse 18. All right, verse 18. Okay. Wahakwarab them, Al, Halacham, Shaba'ith, Kabashyam, Thamayamam, Banya, Shana, Wapar, Bun, Bakor, Salakia, Bakor, Achad, Waya, Salakia, Wa'ayala, Shanyam, Yahayan, Ila, La Yahweh, Wamanachatham, Wanapak Yaham, Asha, Salakia, Rayach, Nayachak, La Yahweh. Verse 19. Verse 19. It's like waiting for this load. Wa'ai Shayatham, Sha'ayar, Isayam, Salakia, Isayam, Achad, Lacha Ta'ath, Washanya, Kabashyam,
Banya, Shana, Lazabak, Shala, Shalamyam. Verse 20. Okay. Wahanayap, Hakahan, Atham, Al, Lacham, Habakawarium, Thanawapa, Lapanya, Yahweh, Al, Shanya, Bakabash, Salakia, Kabashiam, Quadash, Yahayawa, Salakia, Lahayawa, La Yahweh, La Bakan, La Kahan. Verse 21. All right. Verse 21. Wakwara Atham, Ba'itazam, Hayawa, Hazah, Makwara'a, Kodash, Yahaya, Lakam, Kal, Mala'akath, Ibada, La, Salakia, La'a, Tha'aishawa, Chadash, Salakia, Chakwath, Iwalam, Bakal, Mawashabath Yakam, Mawashabath Yakam, Ladarath Yakam. All right, so now we're going to read in the English, Leviticus chapter 17 to 21. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 17. Ye shall bring out of your habitations. Tomorrow's seventh day before the month. 17, 14. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 15. And ye shall count unto you from the morrow after the Sabbath, for the day that ye brought the sheaf of the wave offering, 7 Sabbaths shall be complete. Even unto the morrow after the 7th Sabbath shall ye number 50 days, and ye shall offer a new meat offering unto the Most High. Ye shall bring out of your habitations 2 waves of 2 tenth deals. They shall be of fine flour. They shall be baken with leaven. They are the first fruits unto the Most High. And ye shall weigh, and ye shall offer with the bread 7 he lambs without blemish of the first year, and 1 young bullock, and 2 rams. And they shall be for a burnt offering unto the Most High, with their meat offerings and their drink offerings, even an offering made by fire of sweet savor unto the Most High. And ye shall then ye shall sacrifice 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering, and 2 lambs of the first year for a sacrifice of peace offerings. And the priest shall wave them with the bread of the first fruits for a wave offering before the Most High. With the 2 lambs, they shall be holy to the Most High for the priest. The priest is going to eat these lambs and rams that you are offering. You understand? And ye shall proclaim on the selfsame day that it may be an holy convocation unto you. Ye shall do no servile work therein. It shall be a statute forever in all your dwellings throughout your generations. All right. Now we're going to get Leviticus chapter 23. Cross, Revs, commentaries. Let's see. Interlinear. Select Leviticus 23. Let's see if we can get this. Let's see. Yes. Did I get it? Is this what we're looking for? Yes. Leviticus 23. Excellent. Bear with me just a moment. Akim, Akwathim. This is what I was looking for. Great. Just a moment. Be able to make this go by much quicker. All right, Leviticus 23. Now we are in 22. That's what I need. Great. Leviticus 23. We are at Leviticus 23 and verse 22. And this is what we need. Leviticus 23 and verse 22. Great. Okay. And let's just make this bigger. So like it, bear with me just a moment. It's good now. Okay, it's 12. Okay, Most High in Christ. Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 22. Trying to make it bigger. Let me see. Chapter 23. 2. Wahaba Quatazar. Come. Waba Quatazar come. Ath. Quatazayar. Aratazakam. La'ah. Thakala. Pa'ath. Pa'ath. Shadak. Shadak. Bakwatazak. Bakwatazarak. Wala Quat. Quatazayarak. Quatazayarak. La'ah. Thalaquat. La'ainya. Walagar. The Izab. Atham. Anya. Yahweh. Alahayakam. Verse 23. Waya Debar. Yahweh. Al Mashah. La Amar. 24. Debar. Al Banya. Yasha'ala. La Amar. Bakhadash. Hashaba'aya. Ba'akadash. Salakia. Ba'akhad. Lachadash. Yahaya. Lakam. Shabath one. Zakar one. Tharawaiha. Makwara'a. Quadash. Verse 25. Kal. Mala'akath. Ibadah. La'ah. Ta'aishawa. Ta'aishawa. Wahakwarabtham. Asha. La Yahweh. Verse 26. Wayadabar. Al Mashah. La Amar. Mashah. La Amar. Verse 27. Salakia. Akha. Ak. Oh, brother. Ak. Ba'aishawar. Lachadash. Hashabayaya. Haza. Yawam. Hakaparyam. Hawa'ah. Quara'a. Salakia. Makwara'a. Quadash. Yahaya. Lakam. Wa'ain thumb. Wa'aina yathum. Ah. Napashath yakam. Napashath yakam. Wahakwarabtham. Wahakwarabtham. Asha. La Yahweh. Verse 28. Where we going? 7, 20, going to 27. Should be verse 28. Wakal. Mala'aka. La'ah. Ta'aishawa. Ba'aitazam. Hayawa. Hayawam. Haza. Kaya. Yawam. Kaparyam. Mawa'ah. La Kapar. Aliyakam. Lapanya. Lapanya. Yahweh. Alahayakam. All right. I got you, Most High Christ. Okay. All right, Most High Christ. Now we're going to read in the English Leviticus chapter 22 down to, was that 7, 28? We started at 22, 27. We read to 21. This is 22. Leviticus chapter 22, 7 should be 29. 21 and 7. No, 28. Okay. Leviticus 23 and 22. And when you reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not make clean riddance of the corners of thy field when thou reapest. Why is the Lord saying this? You shall not empty all of the crops on your land. Why is it saying this? Because this is a law. Everybody make sure you like, share, subscribe. You understand? Thumb it up, share these videos. All right. All right. It's saying that when you reap the harvest of your field, neither shalt thou gather any gleaning of thy harvest. What is the gleaning? The outscorts. All of these people you hear, I got 100 acres, I got 100 acres. I just listened to an interview with Killer Mike talking about that young thug has 100 acres of land and property. And Rick Ross has 350 acres of land. You understand? The rich of our people are supposed to have crops and fields of trees, of fruits and crops and vegetables and gardens and things, because that is our culture as a nation. There's supposed to be suburbs set up with hundreds and hundreds of acres of grapes and apples and orchards with peaches and all kind of berries and strawberries and crops and carrots and corn, that you are bringing your harvest to the priests the best of your first crop. It's a commandment in the Bible not to take all of your everything that falls from the tree. You are not supposed to take every crumb to be a greedy bastard off of your land. Your land that you are rich, you have access from the Lord that is supposed to feed the poor of your people. Otherwise, they'll be in Newport News shooting each other for food. They'll be robbing each other. They'll be smoking crack and smoking weed and Percocets while they starve to death in the ghetto and slit each other's throats for crumbs, while Pharrell Williams buys a $14 million mansion, his second mansion, you understand? While Missy Elliott is not preparing housing and food, and Timberland and all the superstars from Virginia and Chris Brown. It is the responsibility of the rich to make sure that the poor are taken care of. That's why it's saying this. Again, when ye reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not make clean riddance of the corners of thy field when thou reapest, neither shalt thou gather any gleaning of thy harvest. Thou shalt leave them unto the poor and to the stranger. Brothers and sisters from out of town traveling through your land, your wealth is not all for you. Only 90% of the money that you make and earn belongs to you. 10% belongs to the Lord. You understand? Only 90% of the money that you make belongs to you. 10% belongs to the Lord. You are to pay your tithes. Your tithes can only be paid to the one place the Lord set up. You cannot give your tithes to the church. God did not set up the church. You cannot give it to the mosque. You cannot give it to Malachi York or Egyptology or the weed man. You cannot give it wherever you choose. The only place on the planet Earth that God set up to collect the tithes for the nation of Israel is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Your tithes, your offerings, they go to the priest that the Lord set up. The I.S.U.P.K under commanding General Yahanna, this is where you're supposed to pay your tithes. Go on ISUPK.com, select tithes and offering. Every time you get paid, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, you are to give to commanding General Yahanna, because that is the house the Lord set up. You understand? You've been giving it to preachers, you understand, while you're making child molesters rich, like Eddie Long, and pimps rich, like T.D. Jakes and Creflo Dollars. While the communities fall to utter hell, you make churches rich. The only thing getting renovated in the black community is the damn church. The roads don't get fixed. The schools don't get fixed. The traffic signs don't get fixed. The potholes don't get fixed. The damn utilities don't get fixed. Maintenance ain't fixing nothing in the apartment buildings halfway in most of the places where we living. You understand? But the church is getting renovated. The church getting new chairs, new carpet, new microphones, new everything, and they do nothing in the community the way that the Lord requires to be done. Not handing out sandwiches. Black people would never be homeless if it was not for church. All of the money we have, black people have given $480 billion to the Black Christian Church since the 80s alone. There should be no fighting or beefing over any money amongst our people. The treasuries that were supposed to go to the men that God set up, which was Commander General Yahanna, you would not be homeless. You would not be slaving for your oppressors. You would not be struggling to get food. You would not be struggling for housing. You wouldn't be fighting and arguing over bills and utilities you couldn't pay. You know, right now, America is giving millions of dollars to take care of those Afghans. The same Afghans that they've been bombing and killing for 20 years since 9/11, they brought them over here to America, and they're going to drop them off right in your gated community, right in the Black, Hispanic, Native American community. They won't hassle them about immigration the way they hassle Hispanics and West Indians. The police is not going to harass them. They won't be getting pulled out of their car and strip searched and gunned down at traffic stops. Why? Because they are separate. They are separate people. They serve their own God. And even though America has been bombing and killing them for 20 years, they respect them damn Afghans. They respect that Chinese, even though they're preparing to go to war with China every day, and Iran and Russia. But they respect them, but they don't respect our people, because we don't serve our God. That's why we learning to keep these high holy days. Make sure you in class, brothers and sisters. All right. So now, Leviticus 23 and 23, and the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel in the seventh day, so like in the seventh month, in the first day of the month, shall ye have a Sabbath. Shall ye have a Sabbath, a memorial blowing of trumpets, and a holy convocation. We just did that, the memorial blowing of trumpets, in case it's an enemy that's going to move on our nation. We are supposed to have a gathering with all of Israel, all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans in whatever land that we live in. We are supposed to gather together and get a formal message from the head of our nation. Moses gathered all 12 tribes together to tell us what are the problems that our people are facing. You having Christmas and Thanksgiving talking about how wonderful life is, sitting at the goddamn Christmas table, at the Thanksgiving table, with the uncle that molested half the goddamn family, talking about how blessed we are, Father God, for this dinner. In the name of Jesus, thank you for this family. Son in jail, daddy in jail, baby done got aborted, everybody brokenhearted, losing our homes, pretending like everything is okay. That is not what the Lord's high holy days are for. We got high holy days where we get a message from the Lord. Is there a nation moving against us? Are they preparing to flood our communities with crack and heroin? Are they kidnapping brothers and sisters? You understand? Are they snatching? Is somebody telling black and Hispanic women that they shouldn't listen to their husband? That's a war tactic. Our brothers having sex with sisters and throwing them away? That's a war tactic. It's crack and syrup and pills and opioids taking over our community? That's a war tactic. Nations moving in on us. But our people in the goddamn church singing all day don't know what the hell is going on. Is somebody telling your son it's acceptable to be a homosexual so that he can die of AIDS? Telling your daughter she can be a woman pretending to be a man so that she can die of AIDS? Telling sisters to abort their babies? That's war moving against us. That's why we have the Day of Atonement, so the head of the nation can teach our people what's going on. We having the gatherings. This is what the Lord set up. You don't realize we the Lord's chosen people. Everyone is praying on our people. Church is telling us to love and join hands with everybody. Every nation of people prays on blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. If they want to gain money flipping houses in a community, they're going to flip your grandma's house that you're going to lose because you can't pay the property taxes. They're going to flip your apartment complex after they turn it into condos. Everybody is feeding off of us. When those Afghans get set up with businesses in America, they're going to get Arab fried chicken spots and hip hop and New York chicken. They're going to set them up in the black community. They're not setting them up in the white community. They're not going to set them up in the Chinese community. They're not going to set them up in the Africans community. They're going to put them in our community. Economics is warfare. Education is warfare. Medicine is warfare. You understand? Resources. It's a battle over resources. Water is a resource. Love is a resource. Your children are a resource. Your women are a resource. Men are a resource. You understand? That's what's contained in this Bible. Not a bunch of damn songs and dances like they teach it in church. You understand? It's serious business in these scriptures. That's why we don't play no games in the I.S.U.P.K. A ton of brothers and sisters say, why y'all so serious? Why y'all talk like that? Why y'all dress like Mortal Kombat and Power Rangers? Because we having 500,000 abortions of black babies every year. That's why we dress like it's a war going on. Nigga, don't you see a war going on? Wasn't it a bunch of shootings in your neighborhood last night? It's a goddamn war going on. That's why we dress like this. It's always been our culture in the scriptures. You understand? So let's get back on it. Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 25, it says, ye shall do no servile work therein, but ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Most High. 26, and the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, 27, on the 10th day of the 7th month, there shall be a day of atonement. That's where we are, the Day of Atonement. Every black, Hispanic, Native American, we should start fasting when the sun went down. From sundown today, you understand, until sundown tomorrow, no food or drink. You understand, no food, no drink. You understand, the 24-hour fast. Afflict, it shall be an holy convocation unto you. Ye shall afflict your souls. The purpose for the fasting is to make sure you need food and water in order to survive. A few days without food and water, you will die. It's afflicting your souls, meaning this is something that you need to survive. And the Lord has it mandated amongst our people that we give up something for a time period that is so vital to survival to strengthen us spiritually. You understand? To strengthen our people so that we can give up something that we are required to have in order to survive will help strengthen us to fight other things like smoking, like getting high. You understand? Like all the other sins and things that we have as a people. Tons of our people eat pork and crab and shrimp and lobster. Tons of our people have problems with drug addiction, have problems with all kind of horrible things, like going to church and praying to other gods, struggling to get out of Islam and Christianity, and coming out of fake Israelite groups where they tell you you can smoke weed and have dreadlocks and teach women that they can leave their husbands and go and be with one of them because sex is not marriage, when according to the Bible, sex has always been marriage. You understand? Or you afraid of your woman and your mama and you're scared to come into the truth. These things will strengthen you to help you serve the Most High better. That's why the Lord has them written into our high holy days every year, that your sons and daughters should know and go through these things so that we can learn how to be strong. The strength and the power that the Lord gave us is contained in these laws, statutes, and commandments, how to access our power. The word God in the Bible refers to power. This is what gives us strength and power. This God of our forefathers, not the God of the Arabs and the Africans and the East Indians and the goddamn crystals that scam artists got sisters wearing a crystal around your neck trying to get good vibes everywhere and burning sage and all kind of stupid nonsense, or buying a bunch of tarot cards or talking to some witch, hustling your grandma out her money, playing with cards, thinking she talking to the spirits of the ancestors. Nigga, the ancestors went in slavery just like you did. The hell are you talking to them for? Their ancestors was going in the same captivity we were in. Every empire had us in slavery. The Mercians, the Peas, everybody. The Greeks, the Persians, the Medes, the Moabites, the Ammonites, the Elamites, the Edomites. Everybody had us in captivity. The hell are you learning? The records of our ancestors is in the Bible. When the prophets was telling us not to take the customs of the other nations, and we did it any damn way. You don't need to talk to them. They dead and gone. You need to hear the word of the Lord that the prophets were saying back then. The prophets are still saying the same thing to this day. That's what we need to listen to. Stop trying to talk to the dead to do everything except to learn how to obey the God of our forefathers. The goddamn Egyptians don't even keep Egyptian culture. Egypt is filled with Greek and Turk babies from Cleopatra and Mark Antony under the Ptolemies. You still worship in ancient Egypt. Most of them goddamn pyramids and turn to dust. You still trying to worship Egypt. The damn Egyptians ain't even Egyptians. They Arabs. You understand? A bunch of foolishness our people follow because, again, you are not following the prophets that God set up in the I.S.U.P.K. Not you, brothers and sisters, in these classes, but all of our people are supposed to be in here. This is the governing body that God set up to lead our nation. You understand? So it says in verse 28, and ye shall do, Salaka, let me get the Day of Atonement. On the 10th day of the 7th month, there shall be a Day of Atonement. It shall be an holy convocation unto you, a holy gathering unto you. You understand? You shall afflict your souls and make an offering made by fire unto the Most High. And ye shall do no servile work therein. Ye shall do no work in that same day, for it is a day of atonement, to make an atonement for you before the Lord. We're not supposed to be working. Not supposed to have to go to your job or clock in and punch a clock and do whatever you do for money. We are all, as a nation of people, every last Mexican, Puerto Rican, Haitian, Afro, African American, every last one of us is supposed to be off. But we are in captivity under our oppressors. So most of us cannot be off. You understand? That's what salvation is, to free us from having to slave for our oppressors on the days that our God told us not to work. You understand? So now we're going to end up with Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 28. We're going to read now in the Hebrew, Leviticus 23 and 29. All right. Kaya, Kal, Hanapash, Ashar, La'ah, Ta'aina, Ba'itazam, Hayawam, Haza'ah, Karatha, Ma'imaya, verse 30, will call Hanapash, Ashar, Aisha, Kal, Mala'aka, Ba'itazam, Hayawam, Hazah, Waha Abadathya, Ath, Hanapash, Salakia, Hahawa, Hahawa, Makwarab, Ima, verse 31, Kal, Mala'aka, La'a, Ta'aishawa, Salakia, Chakwath, Iwalam, Ladarath Yakam, Bakal, Mashabath Yakam, verse 32, Shabath 1, Hawa'a, Lakam, Wa'ain Yatham, Ath, Napashath Yakam, Bathashaiha, Lachadash, Ba'irab, Ma'irab, Salakia, Ma'irab, Irab, Thashabathwa, Shabath Salakia, Shabath Salakia, Shabath come. Verse 33. Waya Debar Yahweh al Mashah la Amar, Debar al Banya Yasha'ala la Amar, Hakamashah, Aishar, Yawam, la Khadash, Hashabayaya, Hazah, Chag, Hasakawa, tense, okay. Shaba'ith, Yamayam, La Yahweh, verse 35. Bayawam, Hara'ashwan, Makwara'a, Kwadash, Kal, Mala'aka, Salakia, Mala'akath, Ibada, La Yaha, Salakia, La, Sha'ith, the Aishawa, verse 36. Shaba'ith, Yamayam, Thakwara'a, Salakia, Thakwara Yabwa, Thakwara Yabwa, Asha, La Yahweh, Bayawam, Hashamayana, Makwara'a, Kwadash, Yahaya, Lakal, Wahakwarabtham, Asha, La Yahweh, Aisha, Itazarath, Hayawa, Kal, Mala'akath, Ibada, La'a, Ta'aishawa, verse 37, Alha, Mawa'idya, Yahweh, Ashar, Thakwara'a, Salaki, Thakwara'awa, Atham, Makwara'a, Kwadash, Lahakwarab, Lahakwarayab, Ashar, La Yahweh, Ila, Wamanakha, Zabak, Wana Sakak, Sakyam, Debar, Yawam, Baba Yawama, so like it, by Yawamwa, by Yawamwa. All right, 37, who we at? 32, 30, 39. Verse 38, Malabar, Shabbathath, it's like Yahweh, Wamalabad, Mathanawath Yakam, Wamalabad, Kal, Nadabar Yakam, Wamalak, it's like it, Wamabad, Wamalabad, Kal, Nadawath Yakam, Ashar, Thathanwa, La Yahweh, verse 39, Ak, Bakhamashah, Aishar, Yawam, Lachadash, Hashabayaya, Ba'asapak, Ba'asapkam, Ath, Thabawa'ath, Ha'arataza, Ha'arataza, Thakagwa, Af, Kag, Yahweh, Shaba'if, Yamayam, Bayawam, Hara'ashwan, Hara'ashwan, Wash, Shabathwan, Wabayawam, Hashabayai, Salakia, Hasham Yana, Hasham, Hasham, Yana, Hashamanya, Hashamanya, Shabathwan. Okay, that's verse 39. Okay, now we're going to read in English up to verse 39. Day of Atonement. 39, 31. Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 33. It shall be a Sabbath of rest, and ye shall afflict your souls in the 9th day of the month at even. From even unto even shall you celebrate your Sabbath. You understand? This is what we're doing now, the Day of Atonement. All right, Lord willing, as more brothers and sisters, y'all coming to this school in Virginia, all over Virginia, get bigger and bigger. You'll understand. All right. And all of the cities and states where you're watching in, make sure you contact and get in the school in your zone. Get in the school. Don't just sit and watch classes online. Call the school. Contact the school. Contact the camp leader. Lock in. You understand? Nobody would go to college or class or middle school or elementary school. You would not register your students, your kids for school and never expect for them to show up and communicate and be in contact with the teachers. This is no different. This is not a church. This is a school. You understand? To make and grow and get progress, you need to be in school, in class, in communication on a regular basis. That's how it works. All right? So verse 33, and the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel in the 15th day. So like in the 15th day of the 7th month shall be a feast of tabernacles for 7 days unto the Lord. On the first day shall be a holy convocation. You shall do no servile work therein. 7 days shall ye eat an offering made by fire unto the Most High. On the 8th day shall be a holy convocation unto you, and ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Most High. It is a solemn assembly, and ye shall do no servile work therein. The Feast of Tabernacles and tents. A tabernacle, of course, is a tent. The symbol for the tribe of Gad, you see a tent, or what's known as a teepee. That is Israelite customs. When we left Egypt, we lived in tents, or sakawath, which is a tent or a teepee. The military sets up entire cities all over the world in tents or teepees. That's Israelite customs. They build entire cities out of tents. Military grade tents keep you weather, windproof, store everything. Open up hospitals, medicines, everything, all kind of housing, put generators, everything in there. They set up housing, drop right out of a C-130. You understand? This is Israelite customs. We lived in tents. Once we got out of Egypt, we were in the wilderness. We ate unleavened bread, and we lived in tents. It was our custom to remember, so that you teach your sons and daughters that we came out of Egypt in tents. Our culture is recorded in these laws, statutes, and commandments, so that your babies that you're raising don't end up believing in a goddamn tooth fairy, Easter bunny, rabbits laying eggs, and some man dressed as a woman talking about, you know, there's no more genders. Everything is the same. Or some woman dressed as a man trying to be Lil Wayne with 10 gallons of breast talking about call her sir. You understand? These cultures contain, these records contain our heritage from the Most High that your sons and daughters are supposed to learn. And then one day when they grow up, they'll know why they learned this. They'll learn why. Why are we eating bread? Why are we eating this bread that's flat? Why are we eating this lamb? Why are we eating this bitter herbs? Why are we doing this? As they grow up, they will learn, oh, this was our culture. Our forefathers did this. Our foremothers did this. We came out of Egypt. This is our identity. That is what these Sabbath services, that is what these laws, statutes, and commandments are for. And it's a commandment by the Lord that all of us learn these things and continue. The same thing Officer Yerushalayim is always stressing when he's teaching all the classes, all the brothers and sisters. This is our heritage. We must learn it. All right. Or else America will teach your sons and daughters to go and be Lil Nas X and teach your daughter to go be Megan Thee Stallion. If you don't teach them this culture, then they'll go and be Democrats and Republicans and won't give a damn about what's happening to black people. You understand? They'll be for abortion and for gay rights up until the point where they realize that by helping their gay best friend get rights, they help the child molesters get rights to rape babies and it not be a crime, which is coming. They're going to get it, and it is coming, and you help with those stupid rainbow shirts and all those pride banners. You help them get these rights. It is coming. You understand? All right? So that's why we celebrate these things. Verse 37, these are the feasts of the Lord, which you shall proclaim to be holy convocations, to offer an offering made by fire unto the Most High, a burnt offering and a meat offering, a sacrifice and drink offerings, everything upon his day. Besides the Sabbaths of the Most High, and besides your gifts, besides your vows, and besides your free will offerings, which ye give unto the Most High. All right. Verse 39, in the 15th day of the 7th month, when ye have gathered in the fruit of the land, ye shall keep a feast unto the Lord 7 days. On the first day shall be a Sabbath, and on the 8th day shall be a Sabbath. All right. That's Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 39. We're going to finish it off. All right. Okay. So now Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 40. All right. Wala chukwatham lakam salaki lakam bayawam haraash one paryam aitazah had salaki hadar kan hadar kapath Thamarium, wa I not, I tazah, I bath, kan, I bath, wa I rob, nakal, washakamatham, lapanya, Yahweh, alahayakam, shaba'ith, yamayam, verse 41. Wakagtham afwa chag la Yahweh shaba'ith yamayam bashana chakwath wa iwalam la darafyakam bachadash hashabayaya thachagwa atha afwa verse 42 basakath Tashabwa, Shaba'ith, Yamayam, Kal, Ha'azarak, Bayasha'ala, Yeshabwa, Ba'akath, Salakia, Basakath, Sakath, tits, intense, okay? La'aman, La'ma'ain, Salakia, La'ma'ain, Yada'ith, Salakia, Yadaiwa, the Barath Yakam, Kaya, Basakawath, Hashawabathyam, Ach, Banya, Yasha'ala, Bahawatazaya, Baha in the Wa and Tazaya, Bahawatazaya, Awatham, Ma'arataza, Matazarath, Salakit, Matazarium, Anya, Yahweh, Alahayakam, verse 44, Waya Debar, Mishah, Al, Mawa'idya, Yahweh, Al, Banya, Yasha'ala. Okay, so that's it there. Leviticus, we're going to read to the end. Leviticus chapter 23, verse down to 44. All right, 40 right here in the 15th day of the 7th month. Okay, verse Leviticus 23 and 40, and ye shall take you on the first day the boughs of goodly trees, branches of palms, and boughs of thick trees, and willows of the brook, and shall rejoice before the Most High your power 7 days. Ye shall keep it a feast unto the Most High 7 days in the year. It shall be a statute forever in your generations. Ye shall celebrate it in the 7th month. Ye shall dwell in booths 7 days. All that are Israelites born shall dwell in booths. Your generations may know that I made the children of Israel to dwell in booths when I brought them out of the land of Egypt. I am the Most High your power. And Moses declared unto the children of Israel the feast of the Lord. All right. So those are the high holy days. Those are the feast days that we have that was listed. All right. All right. So now we're going to go ahead here. All right. So those are the feast days. Those are the high holy days that the Lord commanded us. All right. Blow the horn. We'll send up the prayers now. Imadium. We'll send up the prayers here. Let's get this and tilt this up. All right. We'll send up these prayers. Make sure y'all get me here. We're going to do the Lord's Prayer. All right. In the Hebrew, Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Quadash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malak Wavka, Thaba'ah, Ratazayaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nathanlanawa, Lakam, Ka, Yawam, Wasalak Nawa, Chabawafi Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Chabawafi Nawa, Wala'ah, Thabaya'ah Nawa, Banasaya 1, Abal, Hawashai Nawa, Mayan, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwaf, Waha'ala, Wahabtapara, La Abalumium, Aman. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. So be it. Psalms 121. Al-Sha'ah, Ayanya, Al-Hahorium, Ma'ayan, Yaba'a, Izariah, Ma'aim, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayim, Wa'arataza, Al-Yathan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al-Yanawam, Shemarka, Hana, La'a, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shemarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al-Yad, Yamyanka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'a, Yakaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamar, Makal Rai, Salaki, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamar Ka, Makal Rai, Yashamar, Afnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza Afka, Wabawa'aka, Ma'aitha, Wa'aid, Iwalam, Aman. And in the English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and even forevermore. So be it. Prayer for the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Baba Kushar, Nathan Lanawa, Hakah, Haka, Lara Pa'a, Kal Makala, Wakal Marawa, Haka, La Tahar, Hamatazarayam, Haka, La Hakwiyam, Hamathiam, Haka, Al Rakal Wath, Hatama'ala, Lagarishan, Ba'ashim Yahushai, the water, Alma, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahushai, thank you, so be it. All right. It's a lock here. Wait just a moment. Prayer for the power. Okay. It's a lock. Wait just a moment. Okay, to like it. So be it. Aman means so be it in the Hebrew. Aman is so be it. So be it, and Aman means the same thing in the Hebrew. All right. Prayer, blessings for the power structure. Barakatah Yahweh, Wa Yahweh Shah, Wa Mayaka Allah, Wa Alahaya, Matazab Ya'ah, Alawap Yahana, Ha Alawapyam, Ha Saranyam, Ha Quatasayanyam, Ha Kayayoyam, Wa Ha Wathian, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, the water, Aman. All right. In the English, bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shah, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General Yahanna, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shah, thank you, so be it. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, Al Damayalaka, Al Thakarash, wa Al Thashakwat, Al Kayahana, Wayabyaka, Yahamayawan, Wamashanayaka, Nasha'awa, Ra'ash, Al Imaka, Ya'ariyamwa, Sawad, Wayataya Tazawa, Al Tazapawanyaka, Amorwa, Lakawa, Wanakakidam, Magoya, Wala'a, Yasakar, Sham Yasha'ala, Iwad, Kaya, Nawa Tazawa, La, Yakadwa, Al Yaka, Baryath, Yakarathwa, Ahoya, Adawam, Wayashima'oya, Mawa'aba, Wahagoria, Gabal, Wa'imawan, Wa'imalak, Palashah, I'm Yeshabia, Tazawar, Gum Ashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zarawai, Labunya Lawat, Salah, Aishalaham, Kamadian, Kasayasara'a, Kayabyan, Banakal, Prayashwan, Nashamadwa, Ba'ayanda Ara, Haya, Slakya, Hayawa, Daman, La Adama, Shayatamwa, Nadayabmawa, Ka'ira, Wakaza'aba, Wakazabak, Wakatazal Manai, Kau, Nasayakamwa, Ashar, Amarwa, Nayarisha, Lanawa, Naawaf, Alahayam, Alahaya, Shayatamwa, Kagalgala, Kakwash, Lapanya Raka, Kaash, Tabaira Yaira, Wakalahaba, Thalahat, Haryam, Kan, Tharadapma, Basairaka, Wabasawapathka, Tabahalam, Mala'a, Panyaham, Kwalawan, Wayabakwashwa, Shamka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Wayabaalwa, Ayai, Wayakaparwa, Waya Abadwa, Waya Da'aiwa, Kaya, Atha, Shamka, Yahawa, Labadka, Al Yawan, Al Kal Ha'arataza, so be. You understand? And in the English, keep not thy silence, O Yahweh, and hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. They are confederate against Salakia, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They are confederate. Salakia, let me start. Lifted up the head, taking crafty counsel. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. They are consulted together with one consent. And just so that y'all understand about that prayer, the reason why our people do not know that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are Israelites is because all of these nations that we are getting ready to mention, they are responsible and had a part in destroying us. The Africans, the Arabs, the East Indians, the Asians, they all work together and get rich with our chief oppressor, the so-called white man, to enslave us, to wipe out our identity, and to keep the secret that they all know who our people are. That's how they know who to pray and feed on so that they can come up and be powerful. King David understood this. That's why he had these prayers in there. These people, these nations are our enemies, but we do not realize that. You understand? So that's why we're sending up these prayers here. This is why King David prayed these prayers. This is why your sons and daughters need to learn these prayers. You understand? They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. It says, for lo, verse 2, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal and Ammon and Amalek, and the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Asher is also joined against them. Asher also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin at the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb and like Zeeb. Yea, all their princes as Zabah and as Zalmunna, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth a wood, as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. So be it. All right. Curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth and all things living. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shah, listen to us now, right now. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen that speak against us, thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the school. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen, and shake loose the treasures of the rich of Israel that refuse to give to the school. Cause their riches, force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the Edomites and the nations, and their drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek, synagogues and armies, the Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, posse comitazi, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space programs, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street. Open up the internet and the airwaves, the cable access channels, and the radio channels. Convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us, and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues. Cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plague shake the house of the thief and the murderers. Let Yahweh Shai, Michael and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers and punish all the heathen that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all that it is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media and throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you always, so be it. All right. Prayer for the power structure. Barakatah Yahweh. Why Yahweh Shai? Why Mayaka Allah? Salakia. Barakatah Yahweh. Why Yahweh Shai? Salakia. Yahweh. Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. Barak Lanawa. Why Yasha'Allah? Wahabayav. Saparian. Barak. Rapah. Magun. Hagun. All of Israel. All the brothers and sisters that's fighting to come into the truth. All the brothers and sisters that's stranded on the borders in these INS detention centers. All the brothers and sisters struggling, fighting to come into the truth. You understand? By Hashem Yahweh Shai, the water Amah. What we just said was the Most High in the name of Yahweh Shai. Bless us in Israel and the school. Bless, heal, shield, protect our loved ones in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you, and so be it. Sar, which means to turn. All right. This Torah here, we salute this, salute the Torah. We're going to give one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Amadim Shabbat, Madyam, Barak, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah, Barakatham, the brothers, Sar, which means to turn. We're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Amadim Shabbat, Madyam, Barak, Yahweh Shamar, Al-Athan, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah, to the sisters. With that, class dismissed. All right, be sure to pay your tithes. You understand? Go right to I.S.U.P.K.com. Be sure to pay your tithes. You understand? Be breaking ground. You understand? This weekend, Lord willing, we'll be breaking ground in Richmond, Virginia. You understand? We're coming to bring the noise, bring the pain, bring the spirit of the Lord. We're going to be breaking ground. You understand, Lord willing? All right. And with that, shalom.